How's it going, everyone? I'm Dustin with Hard Cruise Racing, and today we're going to talk about vinyls. We're going to talk about stickers. We're going to talk about how you can display your sponsors' names, your race team, and everything else on your vehicle. Now, behind us, I have our dirt track truck, okay? We race this on dirt circle tracks. This is inline 4 series. Great little series to be in if you're into budget racing, right? Budget racing, because of course if you're one of these big teams, you're probably going to have your whole vehicle wrapped in one single piece, and that's a printed vinyl sheet. Now we're going to do something a little different today, and I'm going to show you cut vinyl. Okay, so cut vinyl is what you see in a lot of sign companies and mainly on a lot of vehicles. The nice part is, and the big difference is when you do a printed vinyl sheet or you do a printed vinyl design, it might not show your paint underneath. Now ours is just matte black. But if we were to have a black sticker printed, there's a good chance that that sticker will be more gloss, or not the right black, or just simply doesn't match our vehicle. This becomes more important when you're using colors like yellows and blues and oranges, where the tint is everything. Where orange, if there's a little more yellow put into it, or a little more red put into the color, it completely changes the way the color looks. So in those cases, you don't want to try to print the color because it'll never look right. And so instead of using a printed vinyl like you would see like on a banner, or a general sticker being printed on like paper or something like that, we use cut vinyl. So what happens is I have a big sheet of sticker, and a razor blade in a machine and a plotter goes through and cuts out this entire design. So what this leaves us is a sticker with no front, no back, just the sticker itself, just the color. Okay, here we have like a teal off color. Here's a yellow. You can do many colors, and it really opens up a lot of doors for you and your sponsors. Being cut vinyl, we can't do things like shading. We can't do things like very intricate like pictures. We're talking about words. We're talking about designs. We're talking about company logos easily put onto your vehicle. So the first thing we're going to apply into our vehicle is going to be this medium-sized "Your Sponsor" logo. All right, I just made this up. I mean, you can imagine any company that you're sponsored by, their logo being put on your vehicle. We can do everything from general logos to script, wording, all of that in between. Okay, so there's some things you want to remember when applying. First off, the cleaner the surface, the better the stick. This is a sticker you want to be there for a long period of time. Go ahead and clean that area of the vehicle with acetone, wax and grease remover, alcohol. Even if you can only get the little alcohol prep pads, they're great to have in your race trailer anyways, because, well, let's be honest, if something happens, you probably want to clean the injury. So we're going to use those and just clean the area. Okay, on here, obviously I don't want a sticker that says "Your Sponsor" for my series, but you get the point. So we're going to clean the surface. We're going to make sure it looks nice, make sure it's very clean. You're also going to need an applicator pad or a hard card or whatever you want to call this here. Okay, this is a felt edged one. These are great because they do not scratch the surface. They glide over the edges. You have very low risk of lifting. I will supply these for sale, both on my page and on Etsy. So if you need applicator pads, you can add it to your order of a sticker. Now, the final thing you need to remember is that when you put this down, it is down. It is not going to simply come back up. So what I like to do is I like to peel maybe half of it at a time, get that part to start to stick down, then I can peel the rest of the backing off and then slide it out. Now, when I'm talking about backings or transfer papers, this top grid piece here is what's called the transfer paper. Now these, depending who you get your stickers from, these can be white and not see-through. We use a see-through gridded one. My grids aren't always perfectly lined up because they are applied by hand, but what they do is they hold the sticker. See how it's holding the sticker? So this is so you can transfer it from the backing paper, this white here, to your vehicle. Now you want to, before you ever apply a sticker, place it on a smooth surface, take your hard card, and squeegee everything out. It's going to push this applicator paper tight against the sticker because it's not designed to stay there for long periods of time. It's just designed to transfer. So sometimes they lift. Now again, this transfer paper is going to lift very easily off the back end. So we're going to take our time. We're going to lift it up. Sometimes with the letters, you have to hit them from a little different angle. So just take your time. I squeeze it. Front, finger in the front, finger on the back. Squeeze it and get everything to lift up. Now, if this is a small sticker, you rip it right off here, you put it right on, it's fine. If it's a big sticker, then you can take this, you can fold it around the back, apply part of it, and then apply the rest. So just to show you that real quick, I like to take it, fold it, put my arm here, okay? And you're going to want to tack this edge down. So it's going to get harder to fold here. Get it down. We're going to tack that edge. Now from here, it's easy to flip it over and finish peeling this off. You're going to put your finger on it. Don't put it on the sticker. Put it on the backing paper, the transfer paper. I'm going to finish peeling this off. Now at this point, I can lift up on this, come back around this side, and pull some tension. Circles are always going to be hard because it's hard to get it perfect, depending on the curve of the vehicle. But now we can start to work our way across and work our way around. We're going to work it back and forth. We're not trying to stretch anything, we're just trying to lay it flat. You want it as flat as possible. Now once it's down, you need to make sure you get all the air out from behind the decal. So we're going to take this backing paper and get rid of that. Take your squeegee and you're going to push out to the edges. Again, from the center out to the edges. Next, you're going to grab the edge of the backing paper and it's going to start to lift. Now, if you cleaned the surface, this decal is going to be stuck very well. If you didn't clean the surface like I did, you might have to start to work that off. Sometimes you need to move slow, sometimes you got to give it little tugs. And bam, your sponsor's logo is now on your vehicle. Now again, the big thing here is that we've added the logo, but we didn't ever change, or there's no clear film over it, nothing. This is your vehicle. So if you have a custom paint job and you want that paint job to shine through and you don't want to affect metallics, pearls, whatever you have, it's just the sticker and nothing else, okay? So this black is the same as that black, which is the same as that black. That's the big thing here, guys. Now again, if you want to remove this, it's very easy to get under the edge of it with a little razor blade. Get any kind of box cutter, any razor blade, get it on the edge, pick it up and peel it off. Obviously, if your paint is not painted well and you don't have a good bond underneath, and it's just something like rattle canned, you might peel off the edge of your paint. Keep that in mind. A great example for it is when we went to a race over this last season, and I needed to add a 7 to my number because there was 3 number 6 trucks, and I added a 7 with some duct tape. It obviously peeled my paint back off because that wasn't bonded right. It wasn't prepped right in the beginning. So just take your time and add that, right? All right, guys, so this application process is going to be the same for our sponsorship decals, or our logos and all of that. Or if you go get your name decal for above the windows or above the the front visor, it's going to be the exact same process for that. You can peel this entire thing off and stick it on there and then squeegee it out. Just remember, you run the risk of bubbles. Take your time. It's going to look better. If you really don't care about it, get the sticker on there, okay? We all deal with these sponsors that we need to get a sticker on there for the next race. That's why this is important, because if you know you might get a sponsorship, if you're talking to somebody, order these, toss them in your toolbox, and if that sponsorship comes through, if that sponsor is willing to pay out for that event, this is already in your toolbox, ready to go. You get it out, it's on your car in less than a minute, okay? If you want either the sponsorship decals or the name decals, head over to our webpage or head over to Etsy. We sell on both platforms, and put in your order. If it's an upcoming race, if it's something coming up quick, let me know. I'll try to get it out to you as quick as possible. I do want to have fast turnarounds on these. Obviously, the simpler the design, the faster I can get it to you. If I have to render an entire logo into our system, it does take me a little bit of time. But if it's something like script, so you can get a sponsor's name or your name onto a car by the weekend, shoot me a message. So I hope this helps for anybody that was looking at starting to put vinyl on their vehicle for the upcoming race season. Obviously back in the day we had other options, like you'd show up to the track and hope that the sign painter would come by to get your logos hand painted on. But those days of having to pay such a high price to have something hand painted are gone. As a matter of fact, I was a pinstriper sign painter for a few years, and then I realized that with a vinyl cutter I can eliminate most of my work. Sure, it's still cool to have that stuff hand painted on your car, but for the everyday person, it doesn't need to happen. throw on your decals, get out on the track, and have fun. The other thing is that you can wrap these decals around the edge of a design, say from the hood to the fender, especially if you bought 2 of these, because if that fender gets messed up, instead of trying to hand paint match up that design, you can either peel this off and just stick the whole thing back, new one back on, or it's very easy to line up because it's an exact replica every time. Once your design is in our software, I'm going to save that and I'm going to have that on file. So if you ever need more designs, you just simply message me. And again, for the names, you know, this is a great thing to toss up here above the window or on the front, because we've all went through and had pictures taken of us racing and our name is simply not on it. Sure, we know it's us, but we want our friends to know and we want our fans to know that that's us racing. So get that name decal on there, all right? Again, I'm Dustin with Hard Cruise Racing. Follow, subscribe, and, you know, hit that little bell notifications, whatever everyone always says. Then you'll see our videos as they come out. I want to do a lot more on racing. I want to do a lot more on the automotive side of like decals and custom upholstery, so on. So follow if you like that content. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Get out there, go racing, have fun, and most importantly, have a good day.